In the delicate dance of life and death, ensuring that our final wishes are honored is paramount. The story of Avery Mason Jr., a veteran and retired firefighter from Natchitoches, Louisiana, serves as a poignant reminder of this truth. Upon his death in 2000 from complications related to lung cancer, he not only left behind a legacy of service, but also became a victim of a calculated scheme that shattered his family and exposed the dark underbelly of estate fraud. Avery had devoted his life to serving his community, yet in his passing, he fell prey to a plot orchestrated by his then-wife, stepdaughter, and their associates. Their greed knew no bounds as they attempted to erase the existence of his only child, Colin Mason, claiming that Colin did not exist, or, if he did, that he was not Avery's legitimate son. This outrageous assertion was not merely a bitter grievance, but a desperate maneuver to seize control of Avery's hard-earned estate. The deception escalated as Rachel Draymond and Shaylin Draymond falsely claimed that Rachel was Avery's child, a brazen act intended to usurp Colin's rightful inheritance. They went so far as to enlist several witnesses to sign documents attesting to this fraudulent claim. In an audacious display of deception, they fabricated a dramatic story to an overzealous detective at the Natchitoches Police Department, who conducted zero due diligence before issuing a warrant for Colin's arrest. This reckless action led to Colin's wrongful arrest, an ordeal that would leave lasting emotional scars. The arrest, however, was far from the end of Colin's nightmare. Following in his father's footsteps, Colin was also a military veteran, and his VA mental health counselor advised Colin to begin the process of documenting his traumatic experience. He was falsely accused and arrested in front of his 6-year-old son, a moment that left his child deeply scarred. Colin was imprisoned while awaiting extradition to Louisiana, held with no bond in the same general population as murderers. The ordeal of dealing with the legal aspects of both the state case and false criminal charges weighed heavily on him. To make matters worse, Colin's son's mother used the arrest against him in family court in a vicious attempt to gain custody, further traumatizing their son. The mental toll of this injustice deeply affected both Colin and his family. The counselor suggested that Colin write down his experiences as a means of processing the trauma. This therapeutic exercise led Colin to pen an op-ed and the preamble of a book detailing his harrowing ordeal. His intent was not just to heal himself, but to help others who might face similar betrayals. Recognizing the broader implications of his story, Colin envisioned that his experience could reach a wider audience through television. Thus, he founded PZTV Network, a platform dedicated to highlighting stories like his own. Coming soon to Roku, Fire Stick, Apple TV, and Android TV, one of the PZTV Network channels seeks to shed light on the challenges surrounding estate fraud and the theft of assets following the death of a loved one. Fortunately, the Natchitoches District Attorney recognized the absurdity of the charges and promptly dropped them, but the damage had already been done. Ultimately, Rachel and Shaylin lost their lawsuit and were ordered to return all of Avery's estate, including his home and property, along with $25,000 each in restitution plus interest. Yet, no amount of financial compensation could replace the emotional toll of such betrayal from those who were meant to be family. This tragic tale underscores the vital importance of proper estate planning. A well-crafted will, transparent probate processes, and clear advance directives regarding medical treatment are not just legal formalities. They are essential safeguards against potential fraud and the exploitation of vulnerable loved ones. Without them, the aftermath of a loved one's passing can devolve into a battlefield where the greedy prey upon the grieving. If you have experienced the theft of assets or fraud surrounding the passing of a loved one, I urge you to share your story with PZTV Network. Together, we can raise awareness, advocate for justice, and ensure that the voices of those affected by similar experiences are heard. As we reflect on the legacy of Avery Mason Jr., let us commit ourselves to ensuring our own final wishes are honored with dignity and respect. By doing so, we protect not only our own peace of mind, but also shield our loved ones from the chaos that can arise when proper planning is neglected. May thy will be done, family, finances, and funerals.